Hello, good afternoon. This is Diecast Luna. I hope you're all doing well, and I'm back. I've been away. Well, that's a lie. I've not been anywhere. I've been so busy recently, and I haven't been able to make any videos. And I'm really happy that I'm here to do one today. I've been trying to do one all week since Monday, or since after Monday. And anyway, I'm finally here. Let's take a look at what I got. So as I said, as promised from last video I made, I did say, or the last premium unboxing, I did say I had some more Autoworlds to show, and Autoworld is what we're going to be taking a look at. A couple of very nice pieces indeed. So the first piece is, have a closer look through the camera, can I see, 1967 Cadillac Eldorado, and I believe this is from, just says collect them all from 2020 release 4. So it is a slightly older casting, but that's not a problem. I don't really care. If I like it, I collect it. So for all those that really sort of, really bother to look, if we get too much zoom, there we go. So there is the facts and details that Autoworld like to show. So let's get on with the car and get into it. So, as you're all aware, I've been on a bit of an Autoworld binge recently, and that's just purely because, well, I wanted to for a start, but I've just been able to find the pieces I've been wanting to get, which is unusual, because usually there's nothing on eBay, and the site that I sometimes do get stuff from, just bear with me. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Yeah, and the site, the UK-based site that does sell Autoworld, is always sold out, and that's just the end of it, and you just can't get the bits. That's the biggest problem with collecting Autoworld for me personally, is just trying to source it at good prices, because that's just purely what it comes down to. But anyway, let's look at the casting, let's look at the car. So straight away, nicely done, obviously true to 1/64 scale. There is the rear. Let's get some extra zoom on. So nicely done. And as we all know, you don't get lensed with Autoworld, but that's not a problem. Side markers are done. You've got the chrome, or the strip going down. We call them in this country, we call them the seals, or the sills, sorry. I know out in the States they call them rockers. But nicely done. Only thing about this car, and a few others I've noticed in the past, is just the gap is a little big on this car, but that's what happens with opening parts. You do on some cars, and you know what? I've heard other people going on about how they shouldn't be opening bonnets. They should be opening bonnets. I think if a car can have an opening part without it, because some cars are, the opening parts on a lot of model cars can be really good, and some can be really bad. This isn't really bad. It's just it's a noticeable gap. But I think some cars, they shouldn't bother with opening bonnets unless they can make sure that it's spot on, because people obviously want opening bonnets. But anyway, it is a cool looking piece. There is the front, very nicely done. Let's take a look at the engine whilst we're closely zoomed in, if I can get the bonnets open. Now this one, there you go, that's better. It does open up. And there is the engine. Now I'm not sure what the engine would be on this. We all know it's a V8. It would have been massive, because Cadillacs always had. So I would have thought this is probably as big as a 400 cubic inch, maybe bigger, I'm not quite sure. You can see the air cleaner. You can see a bit of the cowling for the radiator there. If you like standard American cars, then you'll love this. And I do like my land yachts and all this. I've done it again. I don't know why I keep doing this. Bear with me, I apologise. I'm always mucking up the zoom on with my great big fingers. But there it is. Great looking piece. And the vinyl roof, which is what it probably would have been. Actually, if I get a bit extra zoom on, it looks like a vinyl roof. That is really cool. And you've got that bowed window. and what looks like you got vents there on the back as well. So it is very well done. Very well done for the price. You cannot complain. If you get a few fitment issues or a little bit of this or a little bit of that, you can't complain, because these aren't expensive premium cars. And I think a lot of people forget that. So that's the first piece. Second piece is the 1964 Plymouth Grand Prix Royal Bobcat. And again, just a very cool piece. This one is from Collect Them All. 2022 release 2. This particular one. And again, for those that read it, just in case, there's some finer details about this particular car. But anyway, let's get it opened up and put the box to one side. And this is really cool. And I'm really enjoying collecting these cars, I must admit, I really am. Another one, unfortunately, with a rather large bonnet gap, but I don't care. These sit in the cabinet like that. You don't see the bonnet gaps. It don't really bother me like that, but I know other people like to go on about it. So let's get some extra zoom and take a closer look. So there you go, Grand Prix on the boot lid there. Royal Bobcat 1964. Just a cool looking car. They really did know how to make cars back in the 60s. They really did. So there's the front. Awesome, awesome colour. And the usual nicely done interior. And that interior, for something so small, it looks spot on. And I can't quite, there you go. Got that ribbon there. But yeah, very, very nicely done indeed. Got the wipers there, which actually look like they're touching the screen, which is quite clever because they're obviously cast part of the car. You've got the vent for the window there to defrost the window. And you've even got the GP for Grand Prix on the grille. So very, very cool. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I like Autoworld so much, is they are nicely done for not a lot of money, or at least most of them aren't a lot of money. Let's try and see if we can get it. I've done it again. Just some reason I always seem to press the wrong zoom buttons. But there you go. Again, you can see the air cleaner, you can see the V8. And some people might say these engine bays are plain, but that's what they were like. That's what they were like. But very cool. And like I said, not all Autoworlds. It's funny because sometimes with their bonnets, they can be really spot on, opening perfectly. I've got quite a few cars here from Johnny Lightning as well. The bonnet gaps are, to be honest, they're so tight. The tolerances are so good that you don't even know the bonnet opens. I think it's on, I'm trying to think what example of car that's on. I think that's on the Plymouth Voyager from Autoworld that I unboxed a few weeks ago, or whatever it was, a month ago back now, I can't remember now. And it doesn't look like the bonnet opens. So I think that's what I'm saying. I think if you can have the bonnet opening without, and have a tight tolerance, I just think personally some cars shouldn't have opening features, and some should. But like I said, I'm not going to quibble. I've heard other YouTubers quibbling about the bonnet gap. I just thought I'd mention it only because I've been recently hearing it quite a bit. But what a beautiful piece. Just a really nice looking piece. But anyway, that is today's video. Not an overly long one. A couple of very cool Autoworld pieces. Like I said, they're not bang up to date, but that doesn't bother me. I'm trying to make my collection a little bit bigger, of Autoworld at least. But please stay tuned, like, share and subscribe. I've got another premium piece. I may do it tomorrow actually. I might even do it later on. I'll see how it is. I've actually got a day off at the moment, so I might do another video later. But I've got a piece from Hot Wheels, that's all I'm going to say. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. And I'll see you all very soon. Take care.